I couldn't help but comment on what Nick Saban said about Jalen Milroe. At the end of this video, you'll say whether you agree or not, okay? When talking about Nick Saban, it's impossible not to recognize the weight of his words. He's not just a winning coach, but someone who understands the game of American football on an almost scientific level. And when he talks about Jalen Milroe, there's a mix of pride and realism that only someone with his experience can offer. Saban isn't selling dreams or making empty promises, he's coldly analyzing the situation, as he's always done throughout his career. And for Alabama fans, that's music to their ears. Milroe, during his time in Tuscaloosa, was a player who divided opinions. Some see him as a raw talent, a diamond yet to be polished. Others, however, question whether he has what it takes to make the jump to the NFL. But listening to Saban, it's clear that the coach believes in Milroe's potential. He's not just praising the player, he's highlighting the areas in which Milroe can grow and, more importantly, explaining how that can happen. Saban's comment about Milroe being an incredible athlete and having a really strong arm is something few can argue with. Anyone who's watched Alabama play in recent years knows that Milroe has a unique skill set. He's quick, agile, and capable of making plays that other quarterbacks simply can't. When you watch him escape defensive pressure and gain yards with his feet, it's impossible not to be impressed. He is, as Saban put it, the fastest guy on the team. That's something that can't be taught, and it's exactly what makes him such a valuable asset. But like any player, Milroe has his areas of improvement. Saban was quick to point out that he needs to become more consistent as a passer. That's a fair observation, and frankly, something that was already evident on the field. Milroe has all the physical tools to be a dominant quarterback, but modern football demands more than arm strength and speed. It demands accuracy, quick decision-making, and the ability to eliminate costly mistakes. This is where Saban really shows his coaching genius. He's not just evaluating Milroe, he's laying out a clear path to success. The phrase "eliminate the bad plays, eliminate the negative" is a lesson Saban has repeated tirelessly throughout his career. It's a mantra he's applied to countless players over the years, many of whom are now thriving in the NFL. For Milroe, that message should be golden. If he can reduce turnovers and rash decisions, he could develop into a complete quarterback capable of competing at a high level against the best defenses in the world. Of course, there are critics and fans who doubt Milroe. They point out his inconsistencies and question whether he has the right temperament to be a leader on the field. But to those who follow Alabama, those doubts seem a bit hasty. Milroe is still young, and the fact that he has had the chance to learn from Saban is something that cannot be understated. The coach doesn't just mold players, he prepares them for the challenges that lie ahead. And if Milroe follows Saban's advice, there's a good chance he could surprise a lot of people. Plus, it's worth remembering that the NFL is constantly evolving. Teams are increasingly open to quarterbacks with exceptional athletic ability, as long as they can develop their passing game. Players like Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen have proven that it's possible to combine physical strength with precision in the passing game. And Milroe has the potential to follow that path. He just needs time and opportunity. Ultimately, Nick Saban's opinion of Jalen Milroe is more than a vote of confidence. It's a reminder that player development is a process, and that Alabama will always be known for producing players who are ready to take on the biggest challenges. Milroe may not be the perfect quarterback right now, but he has the tools and support to get there. And if he can do that, the critics who doubt him today will be quickly silenced. Saban's optimism about Milroe is based on fact, not speculation. For Alabama fans, all that's left to do is hope that Milroe continues to work hard and take advantage of the lessons he learned in Tuscaloosa. If he does, the future could be very bright. The announcement by four-star defensive lineman Tyson Bacon from Hoover High School that he has decided to decommit from the Tennessee Volunteers. The decision, made public last Wednesday, puts Alabama in a prime position to land a homegrown talent who could further bolster the Tide's fearsome defensive line. Bacon, a young man, is a different kind of brute force. Anyone who has seen him play for Hoover knows that he combines size, power and technique in an impressive way, characteristics that project him as a future pillar on the interior defensive line at the college level. His 4-star rating, endorsed by several specialized recruiting websites, leaves no doubt about his potential. And now, with official visits planned to Alabama, Georgia and, interestingly, Tennessee itself during the summer, the young athlete is on the radar of some of the biggest programs in the country. But for Crimson Tide fans, the possibility of seeing a talent from their own state wearing the iconic red uniform is cause for extra excitement. Bacon, with his commanding physical presence and Alabama roots, seems like the kind of player DeBoer wants to mold. The Tide's defensive line, historically one of the most feared in college football, could benefit from a significant boost from Bacon, someone who can pressure opposing quarterbacks and shut down the run. The idea of seeing him line up at Bryant-Denny Stadium, wreaking havoc on opposing offenses, has fans dreaming big. However, things aren't so simple when it comes to Tyson Bacon. His decision to decommit from Tennessee has raised some eyebrows and prompted questions. If he was able to decommit to the Volunteers, a respected program that invested time and resources in his recruitment, is he trustworthy enough to embrace the pressure and responsibility of playing for Alabama? The attitude is questionable, to say the least. The Crimson Tide is not just a team, it is an institution that demands absolute commitment, both on and off the field. Bacon will have to prove, not only with his talent but also with his attitude, that he is ready to carry the weight of Alabama's tradition. For now, fans are watching with a mix of excitement and caution, waiting to see how he performs in the next stages of the recruiting process. What cannot be denied is the impact that Bacon's arrival could have on the future of the program. Kalen DeBoer has already demonstrated his ability to attract elite talent, and his vision for Alabama's defense is clear: build a relentless unit capable of dominating opponents from the line of scrimmage. Bacon, with his combination of brute strength and agility, could be a key piece on that team. Plus, retaining a player from Hoover, a football-loving city in the heart of Alabama, would be a powerful nod to the state's fan base, reinforcing the connection between the program and its community. I want to see if he can land at Bama. I also want to hear your opinion.